DJing with the iPad is more popular than ever, and although you can start DJing with just the iPad and no accessories, in this video I'm going to share with you guys some accessories and products that will make your iPad DJ journey better. The first one I'm going to start with is power supply, because I believe this is the most important part, because if your iPad runs out of battery, then you're done DJing for at least the time being. So there are different choices you can do. The most important thing is what you're going to be plugging into the wall. Now, you could get chargers like these from the gas stations from 7-Eleven, and yes, it will say that your iPad is charging, but when you're DJing with the iPad, it uses a lot of screen brightness, it uses a lot of, maybe you have a controller or a microphone or something plugged into your iPad, and your battery is going to drain quickly. And with these chargers, they may not be giving your iPad enough power to charge it more than the power that you're using, so it will make it last longer, but eventually it will run out of power. What I would highly recommend is using an actual Apple product charger, either the one that came with your MacBook or the one that comes with the iPad Pro. This one is a 30-watt charger that connects right into USB-C. It is made by Apple, and this will give you more than enough power for all your DJing and anything you have plugged into your iPad. Or you could even go with this one. This is the 12-watt one. It's a little bit smaller. It's much less watts, but it still is plenty to support charging for your iPad while you're DJing. Now, another thing that you're going to need is you're going to need one of these. This is probably the most important thing that you're going to need if you're DJing on an iPad Pro with USB-C connection, which I highly recommend because you can connect more stuff to your iPad with USB-C. So what this does is it can connect into the USB-C of the iPad, and then now it turns it into almost like a laptop with all of these connections instead of just a one USB-C connection. So I could connect up to 3 controllers or USB devices at the same time, and yes, DJ Pro does support multiple controllers connected at the same time, which is cool. And then you could have HDMI plugged in. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but you could use DJ Pro for video mixes, connect into a TV or a projector, and then definitely get one of these that will also charge the iPad because you only have one port. So with all this stuff plugged in, it's going to be powered from your iPad, so you're going to need good power supply. So that is very important, is one of these and having your iPad charged at all times. Next is going to be an adapter like this. This is if you plan on DJing with just the iPad, or if you plan on DJing with a Bluetooth controller, you're going to be using your iPad as your audio device. And then for some reason, there is no headphone jack, no way to plug in an audio device directly into your iPad, so you need one of these. It's not very expensive. I'll leave links to these down below. It connects into your USB-C port, and then you can plug in an audio cable, and you could charge at the same time. Again, get one that charges. I'm going to say that a lot because it's very important. Make sure your iPad has a way to be charged. So now we could connect an audio cable into here, and that's great. We could DJ, but if you want to pre-cue with headphones, you're going to need one of these. This one came with my Hercules Control Mix, but all it does is it makes it so you could use headphones to pre-cue. DJ Pro allows you to pre-cue, and so do other DJ apps. So if you have a device like this, you connect your audio into one end, you connect your headphones into the other, and you could DJ with headphones with just the iPad or with a Bluetooth controller. If you don't want to have all of these wires connected to your iPad, another thing that I would recommend, I consider this more of an iPad accessory than a DJ controller. This is the Newmark DJ to Go To Touch. Now, this has a built-in sound card. There are also other options for small, inexpensive controllers like this with built-in sound cards. So now you could connect your iPad, you could connect the controller into the iPad very easily. So now the controller is connected, and now instead of using the iPad as our audio device, this controller has a built-in sound card. You can connect your speakers into one end and your headphones into the other end, and then you don't need to worry about all these adapters. Again, you could DJ great with just the iPad, but if you want to have the feel of a controller, and also have an audio device, I would recommend getting this controller or DJ accessory. Now, the next one is, how are you going to have your iPad supported when you're DJing? You're not going to want it flat on the table. You're not going to want to use your hands to hold it and not have free hands. So there are a couple of options. There are various different phone or iPad stands you could get online, varying in quality. Like this one is very low quality. I think I got this at the dollar store. It will not support the iPad for DJing. It'll fall over and be very frustrating. This one's a little bit better. Got it from Amazon. That's actually what this iPad's on now to get the angle with no glare. Works pretty good, pretty solid, not bad. You could try these out, but some iPads may be too heavy and it may weigh it down. And then there's this one. This one actually came with the Hercules DJ Control Mix, and it does work pretty well. So that is an option. I would highly recommend that controller because it comes with a stand, and then it also comes with that headphone splitter that I showed you about. So keep in mind, check and test out these phone and iPad stands before you do a gig. Make sure it could support you touching the screen and using the iPad like you should while you're DJing. You could also get big professional ones, or you could even get like a standing desk setup, is what I've done. Sometimes whatever is more comfortable for you, or if you want, you could go with a controller that has a built-in stand, and this will be very helpful because your controller and your iPad kind of become one unit with the built-in stand. But if you plan on using a controller with a built-in stand, remember not to get a giant case for your controller because it will not fit. I used to have the outer box controller, but I switched to this kind of slim setup with a screen protector so that I could fit my iPad into a device into a DJ controller without it being too big. Now, next thing is going to be something that's not required, but I think it will add a whole new element to your DJing, and that is getting a projector and then using the amazing video mix feature that DJ Pro has. You could DJ with music videos from Tidal streaming. You could DJ with a visualizer. It really adds a whole new element to your DJing, and if you want to learn how to connect your iPad to a TV or a projector, check out this video over here. Thank you.